Okay, so we just covered the top 10 major keywords. Great job. Now we're going to transition to the second column, minor keywords. Let's get right to it. So we have identified the 10 most important keywords, and now we can put as many of the remaining keywords as we want in this column right here called minor. Now you don't want to go too crazy, because if you add too many irrelevant keywords to your listing, you're going to water down the results of the conversion rate of that listing. Like, in other words, you'll be attracting people that'll click through to your listing that will never buy because you have some word or keyword that really doesn't pertain to your product. So we don't want to go too crazy. You definitely don't want like 1,000 keywords under the minor. I would say the sweet spot, again, this is all depending on the product. This is not a black and white rule here. Make sure you hear me. But depending on a product, a good sweet spot for the number of minor keywords for a relatively simple product would be anywhere from 20 to 60 keywords. But there are products, well, this sample product is a great example of that. There's a gazillion different ways to describe a Bluetooth speaker. You can go, all kinds of speaker variations, Bluetooth speaker variations, wireless speaker variations. So we're probably going to end up with a lot more minor keywords than is typical, but that's fine. I always like to show my students real world stuff that you're going to encounter. But before we go down this rabbit hole, I just want to stress that for most of you, like if you're releasing a garlic press, you're not going to have like 300 minor keywords. There's just not that many ways to describe a garlic press. But for a product kind of like this one, you're going to have more keywords than normal. All right. So let's go through the process here. And again, all this is pretty simple because you really have a good foundation based on what you've already been taught. So first of all, what is a minor keyword? Why don't we just talk about this here? What is a minor keyword? I think you already know, just to beat this dead horse, these are all the other valuable, relevant, and pertinent keywords that, that are outside of our top 10. So for practically speaking, again, I find that most Amazon products will typically end up with anywhere from 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. So let's say 20 to 60 minor keywords. But again, if you find a lot more than that, great, add them. Just be flexible. But the rule is any keyword that applies to your product goes, but that aren't in your top 10, they go under the minor keyword column. And there is really no fixed limitation as to the exact number you can add. Okay. Again, I'm just going to say this one final time. I just want to warn you that you don't want a watered down list of keywords either. You don't want to be adding keywords that are maybe product features that your product doesn't have and things like that. Okay. So when adding minor keywords, since we're talking a lot more than 10 keywords, we're talking, far more than that. I typically like to do this. I go up here to export right here at the top, and I download the CSV file, and just make sure that you sort this like I show here from highest to lowest exact phrase search volume. And then when you open up the spreadsheet, it'll appear in that order for you, okay? So I just went ahead and I've already done this here. Okay, this is what the spreadsheet looks like. It's just the same data, but now we can easily copy and paste. And literally, here's what I do. I'm on a Mac, so I will hold down the command button and click. So Bluetooth speaker we already have, so skip that one. Portable speaker, so we're gonna skip the top 10. So the top 10, let's see, we're 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so now we're gonna look for the minor keywords. So portable Bluetooth speaker, speaker Bluetooth, Bluetooth speakers waterproof, wireless speaker, not Oonce, that's brand driven. Bocinus is brand driven. Anker is brand driven. Anker, this one. Outdoor speaker. We're going to skip the JBL ones because these are brand driven. So is Anker. Portable speakers Bluetooth. Anker is brand driven. Bluetooth. Okay, so I'll start there. I click copy for all those, and hopefully the copy worked. And we click paste. Okay? So, and we just keep going down the list. Now, I'll spare you the pain and agony, but I would just keep going. So, Bluetooth speaker, this, that applies. Bose, no. Anker, no. Portable Bluetooth speaker, yes. See, just copy, and I just keep adding them to my list, okay? So what I'll do is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to complete in the minor column so you're not bored out of your mind watching me do this, and I'll be right back. So we're back. I went ahead and I built out the minor keyword column. I ended up with about roughly 133 keywords. So as I was going through, and this is just as a point of reference, and when I'm moving around, this is the keyword, the magnet keyword, the huge list with thousands of keywords. I just wanted to go ahead and show you some interesting things I found here. So see this one right here? It says audio speakers, outdoor stereo. Quiz question. Are these pertinent and relevant and applicable to a wireless Bluetooth speaker? No, it's really too vague, right? Audio speakers could apply to hundreds of products. Same with outdoor stereo. It really, I mean, maybe this one, but see, these are just too off base, too off target for me. Now, here's one that I did add to the list down here that I'm showing you this for a reason. It's a misspelling. Bluetooth, it's like speaker, but with a O. And almost 1,000 people a month are mistyping it. And if I look at my keyboard, the O and the P are right next to each other, which is pretty interesting. So this is a misspelling opportunity. And unless and until Amazon autocorrects for that in search, this is a terrific keyword to have on your list here, okay? Loudspeakers, that's another one. I mean, loudspeakers is just way too vague. So this would be an example of one I would not add, but AirPlay speakers is, because I get what they mean. AirPlay, so you basically want to be able to play music on your iPhone, but through a speaker system, okay? So anyway, I actually stopped adding keywords for anything under 800 exact search, your monthly search, because there's so many good ones here. So that was just my cutoff. And if you ever encounter a product that has thousands and thousands of a potential relevant keywords, I would probably cut it off at under 800 monthly searches. Now, don't use that rule of thumb if you have a product like a garlic press that doesn't have that many keywords. In that case, just put every relevant keyword and pertinent keyword on your minor list. Don't worry about the monthly search volume per se. But in this case, since there's so many, that we had to do some type of a cutoff. Otherwise, we'd have like 1,000 keywords, and there's no way that we could weave all those different words into our listing. Does that make sense? Okay, so that completes this video on how to do minor keywords. We're not done yet because in the next video, we're going to actually improve our minor keyword column here by also doing some Sherlock Holmes-like reverse engineering by studying the top competitors and what keywords are driving all of their sales. You're going to love it. It's killer. I'll see you on the next video.